hello and welcome everybody. This is Big John, and I tell you what, we've had some great games tonight. A clear half for most of the games in the first half, but then the bottom fell out across the area. So let's thank our sponsors first: Central Sunbelt Federal Credit Union, Kim's Nissan, Crazy 8 Vapor, Old River Road Deer Processing and Pedal, Ellisville Florist and Gifts, Citrus Solution Carpet Cleaning, the Cotton Bowl, Tomley Christmas Tree Farm in Oak Grove, and Middleton's Tree Service. And let's get right into the scores. Now, we've got a kind of an upset here. West Jones beat Picayune 21-13 down in the Union tonight. And so they'll be taking on West Point in Hattiesburg next week for the 5A state championship. And this is the first time West Jones has ever made it to the 5A state championship under Coach Pearson's direction, and the first time in school history. So that's going to be huge for the Mustangs and Cooper Pope and Coach Pearson and all those guys over in Soso. Seminary upsets Jeff Davis, a perennial power in 3A over the last years in its existence, beating them 15-9. And Taylorsville comes back from a near upset, beating Bay Springs 15-8 in the 2A South State Championship. And now to talk about the Seminary Jeff Davis game, we have principal over at Jeff Davis County, Will Wheat. Will, thanks for being on the show, man.
No problem. I wish things had gone differently, but it is what it is.
Tell me about the game. It sounded very exciting. I kept up with it on Twitter. Break down, the contest for this evening's game.
Well, first of all, it was wet. And I think most of the games across the state were tonight. But there's one word that stands out in this defense. Both teams played incredible defense, and it was just a back and forth battle all night. You really felt like whoever scored last was going to win, and ultimately that's what ended up happening.
All right. How did Jeff Davis score? What was some of the big moments in tonight's game? Who really stood out for you guys?
Yeah, our score came off of a bad fumble, a bad snap on a punt. And ultimately, the Seminary score, the go-ahead score to win the game, was the same way for us. So special teams played a big factor in tonight as well. Kaiser Booth, number 6, junior running back for us, all year has been our go-to running back, and he's who gave us our one touchdown. We did get it inside the goal, and a couple possessions later, inside the 10-yard line, first and goal. It got stopped within the 1 on 4th and goal. And then the next play, we got the safety to make it 9-7. And it stayed like that almost all the way to the end of the ball game.
Okay, and tell me, talk about the tradition. I know a lot of people, in case they've been living under a rock, Bassfield, Jeff Davis has always been a dominant scene in 2A. So talk about, you guys have been here for a while, and so what does it mean for you guys, especially you as a principal? I saw you post the other day that every year you've been to the South State. So how important was that for you, being at a great tradition school like Bassfield?
Yeah, it seems like in my 9 years of education, I've been able to be at a school that's played in the South State Championship game. You started my career at East Marion, and we played Bassfield, oddly enough, 4 straight years. And then I became principal at Bassfield and now Jeff Davis County. And just seems like every Thanksgiving weekend we're playing on Friday night. But it's great. Bassfield doesn't have a red light in town. And so football means a lot to us. And, Ward's is about the only place to eat. And you see a lot of community spirit. I'm telling you, even tonight after a loss, nobody was shaming the players or coaches or anything like that. Everybody was just talking about getting ready for next year and going back at it. and that's always good to see. So community is a big supporter of our school and our kids, and like I said, even in a loss, man, that's important to see.
Absolutely. A lot of times, for some it would be different, but that's good to see on this level. So, man, congratulations on a great year, and go. Now, you guys are not the Yellow Jackets anymore, but tell me your name, mascots at
The Jaguars.
the Jag. That's right. I view it was a some kind of a cat, a big cat. So
Right. There's a couple cat mascots in South Mississippi, and we're just one of them. So
there you go.
But yeah, we combined Bassfield and Prentice and came out with the Jaguars. So there you have it.
All right. Well, good deal. Will, thanks for joining us, man, and good luck in the rest of the sports there at Jeff Davis.
I appreciate it, Big John.
All right. Thank you. All right. So that was Will Wheat, supervising principal at Bassfield, and we think Jeff Davis County. See, they're so new, I forget. So we're going to go, and again, we're going to take a break, and we're going to get James Pugh from 601 Sports on with us, and then my co-host Kinsley Keys is going to talk with us about the Tartars and the Bulldogs. So here's another one for you Southern Miss fans out there. Going to be at the Rock next weekend for all the football championships in the state of Mississippi. So here you go to all you Eagle fans. All right, so let's try to get a hold of our old friend James Pugh on the line today, and we'll talk with him and get him to talk. Let's try to figure this thing out here. We're using this Google technology here, so it's sort of new and not wanting to cooperate right now. So you gotta love that. But we're going to make it happen anyway. And there we go. It's working now, so getting it rolling now. So we'll try to get him on the line with us and see what he has to say about the game down in Picayune. Let that phone ring a little bit. James, what's going on, partner? Did you see a good one in Picayune tonight?
Oh, man, I saw a really great ball game.
Well, the Mustangs, for the first time in school history are going to the state championship. Were there some happy Mustangs out there tonight?
It was some really, really glad, happy fans out there. The players were excited. Just a good night for West Jones to get this big win over Picayune, especially after that big win last week over Hattiesburg. The tendency is for teams that have a big upset win like West Jones had last week is to lose that following week, for whatever reason, whether, you're still on that high and just whatever. But, West Jones was able to pull it out tonight and get a big win over Picayune to head to the 5A South or state championship game.
Okay, now the Mustangs, I saw on Twitter you posted a video of Byron Young getting a sack to end the huge threat. So, how big was his play this evening? I know that he had a big night.
Yeah, I mean that was actually the final play of the ball game. Picayune getting the ball, driving down the field. They had a trick play because they started deep in their own territory, They get a trick play going, get about the midfield. I think Cunningham had a tackle for a loss that set them back a little bit further. And then Byron Young got that sack on what would be the final play of the game. I don't know if you saw it in the video, but Picayune was trying to rush back towards midfield to try to get one more play off, but time just ran out on them, and West Jones got the win.
Okay, well, what was the overall feeling for the team after the game? I know they were excited, but it doesn't end tonight. They got to take on West Point next week. They won tonight in their game 35-0.
Yeah, that's going to be another big test for West Jones. Really, you talk about the feeling that West Jones has here. This game almost kind of blew itself open in the first half. West Jones was up 14-0. They stopped Picayune once again, forced a punt. West Jones is starting deep in their own territory. They get a big pass play that brings them about a little bit past midfield, I believe, on a pass and catch, and they fumble the football. So had it not been for that play, it could have easily been 21-0. West Jones at that point, but with that fumble, Picayune was able to kind of get some points off of that turnover. But I think it was at that moment you kind of knew Mustang fans, Mustang players, people on the sideline, probably even Picayune themselves kind of knew that tonight was just going to be West Jones' night.
All right. Well, James, do you have any early predictions for next week?
Oh man, I haven't really sat down and looked at who each team is playing yet. I know Taylorsville won tonight over Bay Springs. The Seminary wins. Oak Grove wins. Of course, West Jones wins. So I think the only team in our area that did not win was Bay Springs that played tonight, but that was because they were playing Taylorsville. So one of those teams obviously would have to stay home. So it was a really good night for our viewing area for all those teams.
Absolutely. Well, James, thanks for joining us tonight, and I know it'll be an easy drive next week.
Yeah, I mean the last couple of years, been having to get hotel rooms each night to just stay there to cover those games. But it's going to be, like you said, it's going to have a good feeling to be able to be at home and just drive 30 minutes down the road to cover these games.
Absolutely. Well, hey, keep a close eye out on that camera now down there at the Rock. All right?
I will.
All right, James, thanks for joining us. All right, that was James Pugh talking a little bit of West Jones and Picayune. And so now we're going to take another break, and we're going to get Kinsley Keys on the phone. He was at Taylorsville and Bay Springs, but let's take a break, and then we'll come back and talk with Kinsley and wrap it up.